Our actions determine the destinies of both this life and the next. Buddha teaches that by following the law of cause and effect and avoiding evil while pursuing goodness, one can attain happiness. Buddha advises that since oneself is the most important, one should not waste even a moment and should protect oneself. Just as a city situated in a remote borderland is protected both internally and externally by its walls, protect yourself in the same way. Do not waste even a moment in vain. From Dhammapada. So, how can one protect oneself? In the end, everyone is alone. Neither parents nor relatives will come to your aid. Both the young and the old, the foolish and the wise, all succumb to death. Everyone will surely meet their end. They are seized by death and depart to the next world. But fathers cannot save their children, nor can relatives save their kin. Look, even as the grieving relatives watch in endless sorrow, people are taken away one by one, like cattle led to the slaughterhouse. From Sutta Nipata. All the accumulated wealth and established positions are stripped away, and one only carries the karmic deeds they have created. No matter how much wealth is accumulated, it will eventually be depleted and disappear. High social status will also ultimately decline. Things that are connected will eventually separate. Life will ultimately lead to death. According to the karma they have created, individuals will receive their respective rewards of good or bad. From Udana Varga. When death strikes, what can we bring with us? Who will accompany us? All the wealth we desperately gathered must be left behind. However, just as a shadow clings to the body, only our karma will follow us. That's why the Buddha advises us to accumulate virtues, good deeds in this world. Grains, wealth, silver, gold, and any possessions, as well as slaves, servants, and those who live in dependence on them, they cannot be taken along. All must be abandoned and left behind. What truly belongs to a person is not the body, nor the words or minds, but rather their karma. That is what goes with them. People take and receive their own karma and depart. It is what follows them, just as a shadow follows a person. From Samyutta Nikaya. For someone who is being overtaken by death and letting go of their existence as a human being, what truly belongs to them? What will they take and bring along? What will follow them? Both good and evil actions performed by a person in this world are their possessions, and they carry them as they go. It is what follows them, just like a shadow does not separate from their body. Therefore, engage in virtuous deeds and accumulate merits for the sake of the next life. Various merits will serve as a refuge for people in that future existence. To teach that one's actions determine the destinies in both this world and the next is the law of cause and effect. Those who have done evil will suffer in this world and the next. Those who have done good will rejoice in this world and the next. According to this law of cause and effect, the Buddha teaches that by avoiding evil and striving for goodness, one can protect oneself. Those who practice the law will always be protected by the law. It is like an umbrella protecting you when a heavy rain falls. By faithfully practicing the teachings, one receives happiness. If anyone engages in evil actions through their body, speech, and mind, their self is not protected. If anyone engages in good actions through their body, speech, and mind, their self is protected. Should one love the self and strive for goodness, or should one love the body and seek pleasure? Which one will live a happy life? Proof will come in the next life. And in this life too. I think we all see it that when we practice kindness, especially as we learn the Dharma, so we gain some wisdom too. Because initially, many people tell me, "Oh, Bita, I've been planting seeds of kindness, but I'm not happy. I have bitterness, I have resentment." So I think that's the initial point because we still don't have the wisdom to process our emotions and have a big picture of everything happening. But I think as we do kindness, our mind, we begin to notice the subtleties of the mind. I love this expression, but like an umbrella protecting you when a heavy rain falls. So we can all look within and see, what happens to our anxious mind. What happens to our depressed mind that thinks, oh, why bother? Nothing matters. We're all going to die. That feeling of apathy or nihilism. We all have that. And that's when we succumb to it, our depression gets worse. But when we do the kindness and giving and generosity and smiling and showing respect to people around us, greeting them cheerfully, recognizing the value of their humanity hidden within their existence, when we do all these good deeds, we feel like this umbrella protecting us, even though there is a heavy rain falling, like a burning house, with all the maybe bad news we hear. Yeah, we can have access, we can take refuge in that. So that's the beauty of doing the good deeds, listening to the Dharma, and choosing what we want to place our faith in. Most people place their faith in tangible things like money and status. We place our faith in the Dharma, in the teachings of the Buddha, and then we test it out every day to see how it works for me, and and then we bring our questions to our teachers. So good job everyone for being here practicing together. We're going to have the Right View Lab tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, and have a wonderful start of your week. Bye.